Hey everyone, it is Mona here at Klatch, and today is Friday. That means it's another Coaster Friday. Today we're going to be doing some easy Thanksgiving coasters. For this project I have 4 squares, and I bought these at the craft store. They came ready-made in packages of 2. They're about 4.5 inches square. So these are going to be for Thanksgiving. And I have 4 images that I want to put on here, and these are going to be to match a sign that we're making. And I'm going to use very fall colors. I'll do an orange, a purple, a green, and then we're going to do one that's multicolor. So we're just going to paint them, and something to keep in mind is sometimes when you paint these, I painted them before, as they're drying they might curl. And that's just, I guess, from the dampness of the paint, but don't be alarmed because when you paint the other side, they go right back flat again. And the last one is going to be a combination of all the colors. Then you want to let all of them just dry. So I went into Design Space. I picked out different images that remind me of fall. And I picked a turkey, an acorn, a maple leaf, and a pumpkin. Then I cut it out, and I cut it out of the vinyl. Once the images are cut, you can pull off the excess vinyl. Now if you're doing just individual images like this, you don't necessarily need to use transfer tape, but if you feel you need to, go ahead. I'm just going to pull it off and then kind of eyeball it. And I'm not pressing anything down until I kind of see where it's at. A little bit too high. That's pretty good. Now I'm just going to press it down, rub it down with my finger to make sure it's down really well. So we got the pumpkin on the orange, got the turkey on the purple, the acorn on the green, and the maple leaf on the multicolored, figuring the fall leaves will have beautiful colors in them. Now the very first thing I need to do is paint over these with the very same base color. So I'm going to go in all directions with the orange, and this seals the image so that if any of our next layer wants to seep under there, it won't. So make sure you go in all directions. All the edges are covered, and then you want to just put it aside to dry, move on to the next one. And then for the maple leaf, I'm just going to do the same thing and take the 3 different colors, work it around, all directions, everything. And then we just need to let all of these dry. Once these are dry, you're going to take a little white and gray paint, and just the acrylic paint, and you're going to go over them. It can be a nice light coat. You want to get the edges and the back too as soon as the top is dry. And then keep doing the same thing with the other ones. We want to let all of these dry, and then we're going to do the back side as well. When these are dry, you just want to take some burnt umber paint and some water and mix it up real good so it's nice and watery. And now you're going to go right over everything. The front, the back, everywhere. Then you're going to take a wet paper towel and wipe it off. You can wipe off as much or as little as you want, and then put it aside to dry. I'm going to do the back right away too. And then repeat it with these other ones as well. When everything's dry, it's time to pull off the vinyl. So you want to carefully pull it to reveal the image underneath. So here we have our leaf, our autumn leaf. Here's our pumpkin. Here they are all revealed. We've got our acorn, our turkey, our pumpkin, and our leaf. And they have a nice finish to them. They've got kind of that worn wood look. And all I need to do now is put a varnish on it. Now I did this to kind of match a sign that I made where I didn't do a wash over it. But if you wanted to age the actual images, you could go over that same wash a little bit and just wipe more of it off. But I wanted it to look a little bit more stark and bright. Because it has that aged wood look, you're going to want to do like a matte varnish over it just to seal it, but it will keep that look, but it'll protect it for when you're using it as a coaster. Here they are, sealed and finished. We have our acorn. There's the back, so it looks like an aged piece of wood, and I have them sealed with the matte finish, which is an indoor-outdoor, so it should work fine for a coaster. Here's our turkey. Here's our pumpkin. And here's our colorful leaf. Be sure to let me know if you happen to have a favorite. And if you don't have a cutting machine, that doesn't mean you couldn't do something very similar to this. You could do a stencil and then you could seal it and you'd have something very similar. I hope you like the Thanksgiving coasters and I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I will definitely see you next time. And remember, life is too short not to shimmer, so grab your glue gun and your glitter. Stay safe. Bye guys.